Hey guys, I know I said I was going to do the shift knob, but I decided I will show you not really how I design it, but the final version, final product of it. Instead, I'm actually going to be, this is the door handle off my Ford F350. Actually, it's two pieces right now. This part broke off from this one, and I don't know if you guys can, the camera's not good enough to show, you can see it a little bit. And it broke clean off. I was excited after we loaded up a car on a trailer that had a motor that was knocking like crazy, and got so excited, ripped the door handle clean off my truck. It's been a while, and finally, since I have the 3D printer, I said, why not give it a shot? I'm actually gonna redo the design for the grip, probably change it up a little bit, and then the nice thing in SolidWorks is I can mirror it back and forth, so I can have a left and a right side. The other side's still fine. Probably when it breaks, I'll replace it for this one too. Debating if I should paint it black or not. Probably keep it gray for now. Maybe I'll paint it black or red or be creative with it. Oh yeah, I'll pretty much show you guys. We'll have a little time lapse going of how I made it, how I designed it, or how I kind of go about making it when I threw into CAD and all these different parts of it. So yeah, let's get started. Alright, so I gave up on the idea of actually time-lapsing it, but instead I'll just give you little snippets of me going back and forth, measuring it. I actually ended up using glue, so I didn't have to like squeeze this together and guess on a lot of different measurements. Hand's a little shaky, but we'll work on that. So I glued this together, started getting my measurements, got this first little bit of it. Keep going. And CAD should be done roughly in about, I don't know, 20-30 minutes, so shouldn't be too bad. And yeah, making sure all the holes line up, and then it has this little guide that you have to use. So, and then make sure the handle's good enough to stick out all the way and then doesn't interfere with anything on the door. Let's take a look. Perfect. All right. Got all the drawings done, got everything done. Here is the final product. So I put my logo on it. So essentially your hand reaches in there, pulls it up. Let's see how she fits. We'll do a quick 3D print. Hopefully everything fits. First time around, should make my life pretty simple. All right. So it's already off the build plate. I didn't actually show you guys how it came off, but the one thing I need to learn how to do is probably a little bit less on the supports, because right now this thing is overdone. So I'm going through, snipping them off one by one, which isn't too bad. I mean, I've been in at it for 5 minutes now, so overall fairly nice. I'm going to go through, let it cure just a little bit longer on the bottom side because it's still a little bit sticky. But as far as everything else, came out perfect. Hopefully it's a one and done. Do it once, finish it off. And I've made a bunch more of these LED mount holders. I'm gonna do the rest of the house because I am sick and tired of those dome pieces just making my life miserable and not giving me enough light in the house. Plus some of them are still halogen and need to go through and change them out. So hopefully this will be quick, simple, and painless. Alright, so there's the truck. This is just a small little collection of shenanigans, but there she is, and it works. It actually works fairly nicely. And as proof, there she is. Boom. Works great, works perfect. I am so happy this actually came out nice the first time around. Kind of messed up with the cleanup up top, but that is perfect. Now I have a working door handle. Once again, in this truck, and next time I rip it off, I am just going to make it out of metal, because plastic probably is not the best thing to use for something that I keep using over and over and over again. So there we go. Alright, so that essentially is the replacement for my truck. It's mounted, it works, it hasn't broken yet, which is a big one. still happy with how it turned out. My friend did say it probably may not be able to take the temperatures that it's supposed to be at, but I doubt it because I checked it. The resin says it's good for over 140 degrees Fahrenheit, give or take a few degrees roughly because it's mainly in centigrade. If they do release another resin that can go up just a little bit more, that would be awesome. But I usually don't ever deal with anything high temp, and if I do, it's already out of metal. It's out of kind of a material I know can withstand the heat. So majority of plastic stuff is mainly interior stuff. It's your bevels, it's your kind of small things, and then you can also use it for making molds, which I will be doing somewhere around December. We're going to try to make first ever parts out of carbon fiber and a resin mix. I've never done it before. I have a friend who wants to do it with his gauge cluster, so I'm actually going to 3D print it, a mold for it. We're going to lay it out, see how it goes, vacuum seal it, and I wonder I'll show you guys once it's all done. And I'm actually going to run straight into my next project, which should be up shortly, which is a 3D printed fake trophy for my buddy Matt Field, who pretty much every single time he doesn't come back with a trophy this year, I'm going to put one of these things on his roll cage as just kind of convince the guy to win something. But thank you again. I will be hopefully eventually getting slightly better front camera, so I stop using my laptop one. But until then, hit like, hit subscribe. If you guys want to see something that I make or something I design, let me know. Once again, just going to keep on making these as they come along.